In the heart of the Roman Empire, nestled in the shadow of a seemingly gentle mountain, lay the bustling city of Pompeii. Its streets were alive with the sounds of commerce, chatter, and daily life. People went about their business, unaware that the ground beneath their feet was a ticking time bomb. This mountain, known as Mount Vesuvius, was not just a scenic backdrop, it was a dormant volcano. And it was about to awaken in one of history's most catastrophic natural disasters. The morning of August 24th, 79 AD, began like any other, but around midday. A tremendous explosion ripped the top off Vesuvius. It wasn't lava that first descended upon the surrounding towns, but a colossal column of ash, pumice, and superheated gas, soaring miles into the stratosphere. Pliny the Younger, watching from the town of Misenum across the Bay of Naples, later described it as a cloud shaped like an umbrella pine, a terrifying spectacle of dark, mottled spots. For the people of Pompeii, the sky turned black, day became night. A rain of small, lightweight pumice stones began to fall, blanketing the city. At first, it was more of a nuisance than a deadly threat. Some residents fled, grabbing what valuables they could. Others, perhaps believing it was a passing storm or that their homes would protect them, decided to wait it out. It was a fatal miscalculation. As the hours wore on, the weight of the falling debris became immense. Roofs began to collapse, crushing those who had sought shelter. The air grew thick with suffocating ash, making it difficult to breathe. The once vibrant streets of Pompeii were now treacherous pathways of accumulating volcanic material, trapping anyone who tried to escape. But the worst was yet to come. In the early hours of the next day, the volcanic column, now too heavy to support itself, collapsed. This triggered a series of pyroclastic surges, fast-moving, superheated avalanches of gas, ash, and rock, racing down the volcano's slopes at hundreds of miles per hour. These surges were unimaginably hot, instantly killing everything in their path. The first surge slammed into the nearby city of Herculaneum, burying it completely and carbonizing organic materials, even wood. A later, more powerful surge swept over the walls of Pompeii. It was this deadly wave that sealed the city's fate. Anyone left alive, whether huddled in their homes or struggling through the ash-filled streets, was killed in an instant by the intense heat. When the eruption finally subsided, Pompeii, Herculaneum, and other nearby settlements were gone, buried under meters of volcanic ash and pumice. It was as if they had been erased from the map. The Roman world mourned the loss, but over time, the memory of the buried cities faded, and they were lost to history for nearly 1,700 years. It wasn't until the 18th century that Pompeii was rediscovered. As archaeologists began to excavate, they found not just buildings and objects, but a city frozen in time. They uncovered homes with mosaics and frescoes still vibrant, loaves of bread left in ovens, and political graffiti scrawled on walls. It was an unparalleled window into Roman life. One of the most haunting discoveries was made by the archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli. He noticed that the bodies of the victims had decomposed, leaving behind hollow voids in the hardened ash. By carefully pouring plaster into these cavities, he was able to create detailed casts of the people of Pompeii in their final moments. These casts capture the raw human tragedy of the event: figures huddled together, shielding faces, or curled up in a final, futile attempt to find safety. They are a poignant and powerful reminder of the lives that were so abruptly ended. Each artifact tells a story: a gladiator's helmet found in the barracks, a surgeon's tools laid out for an operation that never happened, jewelry clutched in the hand of a fleeing woman. These aren't just historical objects, they are the last remnants of personal stories, of hopes, fears, and the everyday routines of a city on the brink of annihilation. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius was a tragedy of epic proportions, but the ash that destroyed Pompeii also preserved it. Thanks to the work of archaeologists, we can walk its stone streets, enter its homes, and feel a connection to the people who lived and died there 2 millennia ago. It serves as a somber reminder of the awesome power of nature and the fragility of human existence. Today, Mount Vesuvius is still an active volcano, and millions of people live in its shadow. The story of Pompeii is not just a chapter in a history book, it is a living lesson, a cautionary tale written in ash and stone, urging us to respect the forces that shape our world. Thank you for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this story as fascinating as we do, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history's most compelling events. See you next time.